This AI voice agent made me $6,800 in just 15 days, but most businesses are not ready for it. In this video, I'm going to share with you why AI voice agent work, especially outbound voice agent, why using them too early is very, very dangerous, and the 3 preconditions you must meet in order to make them work. By the way, my name is Ruben Davoli, and I built and scaled a high-ticket coaching business past $3 million. Today, I ran an AI automation agency after testing a lot of case studies inside my own business. And the reason I'm doing these videos is not because I care about talking about AI news or doing just demos and stuff. I care about helping other entrepreneurs implementing the AI systems to bring actual revenue inside real businesses. Okay, I just care about what really moves the needle. So when we talk about AI voice agent, I was the first that was skeptical too. I've been pitched a lot of AI offers, and when I ask about, if you have case studies, if you have testimonials, nobody really continued the conversation. Like, everyone was good showing the technology. Like, we know, you probably have seen some, it's amazing. But when it comes to implementing into my business, how this really work, and I was never satisfied with what others were replying to me. So I did this instead. I tested AI, especially voice agent, inside my own business, with my own leads, with my own process, with my own money. And only after seeing that it's working, I decided to launch my AI automation agency and to talk about these things on YouTube. So this video is not gonna be a tutorial on how to build a voice AI agent. This is not gonna be a tool breakdown, and it's not about how you make money with AI finding some strange loophole. This video is just a decision framework for business owners who want to scale their business, about when AI voice agent makes sense and when they don't make sense. So my main goal with this video is to make this absolutely clear for you. So now some context about the business I tested this in. So this was, first of all, it was a high ticket coaching offer that I've been running for several years, and it was not done on cold traffic. There was no random leads. It was a structured ascension funnel. So the type of funnel where clients buy a low ticket product first, they enter in our ecosystem, so the trust is already established, and then before even AI, our sales team follow up to see if these prospects were interested in our high ticket coaching program. So it was a typical essential funnel from low ticket to high ticket, and I tested this AI voice agent in this context. So high level numbers, we spent $457 to run this agent, and we generated $6,800 in just 15 days. And even though, yes, the leads were not extremely cold, but this was a buyer list that wasn't touched for several months, sometimes even a year for some leads. And what was interesting is that the AI agent booked the appointments for our human closer independently, and then our human closer collected the cash. So if you want the full breakdown of this case study, there's actually going to be a link below this video where you can watch the full thing with the KPIs, with the recording, with the full metrics, the implementation details. The point of this video is not about the case study itself, so you can watch this later. The main point is the conditions that are super important in order to make this work. Because the only questions that matters are, why did this work here and why would it fail for most businesses? What are the preconditions that are necessary to make it work? So precondition number 1, you should have a high ticket offer. Okay, so with a clear positioning, clear buy intent, clear economic value. The AI itself cannot validate demand. It can only scale it. It's, you must have something that is already working, and then with AI is going to be built on top of that. Precondition number 2, you need to have a validated appointment setting script, a script that already is working with humans. You already have the main objections mapped, like what clients typically saying and how you teach your appointment setters to troubleshoot those objections. And also, what are the clear qualification criteria? Like, when is a lead considered qualified to move forward, to be booked on your closer calendar, and when not? Because the AI role will be just to execute this consistently. It is not going to reinvent the logic or just make some magic and just make leads book in your calendar on its own. It needs to follow a proven script. Now, precondition number 3, also you need to have a working sales process. So I would expect that you have a setting script, but you also have closers that know how to close this. So obviously you have a closing script, conversion already proven, your KPI are solid, you have a certain data set that is significant. Then you say, okay, this is working. Now I wanna put gasoline on the fire with AI. Because even the case study that we did, the bottleneck was volume, was how do we reach to all these leads without involving human appointment setter. It wasn't about the persuasion of the AI itself. So what did AI replace was the repetition, the fatigue, the soul crushing job of calling hundreds of leads a day, even if they're not going to reply to you, etc. And the inconsistency, of course, replace the inconsistency, as you may know, of appointment setters that some days might perform brilliantly, some days not. But we're going to talk about this in other videos. So the truth is that the AI voice agent did not create revenue from scratch. It replicated a proven system. And why do I say that most businesses are not ready? I'm having a lot of calls every week, and I see this common failure pattern. First of all, a lot of businesses, they don't actually have a sales process or even a sales team. And so obviously the voice agent in those cases, of course, you cannot even think about implementing. Unfortunately, some people think that now I don't have it, therefore I'm going to implement AI voice agent. Don't do it. Another common pattern is they don't have a validated sales script. So maybe they have a sales team, but you talk to sales reps and say, hey, I don't really follow a script. I just, go with the flow. If you look at any serious organization, they have a script, it's proven, and the sales manager makes sure that all the sales reps follow that script, because that's how predictable businesses work. The other pattern is they have weak or unqualified leads. So if the lead is a problem, then there's only so much that sale can help. So obviously you need to fix that problem first, and then sale will happen more consistently. And then the other pattern is that a lot of businesses trying to automate trust. So like maybe they have an offer that it's a bit shaky, and they just want to put an AI voice agent that try to sell it to others, but it's not going to work, because if the offer itself is not working, if the founder or the company, it's not worth the trust of the prospects, nothing else really going to matter. So when the AI voice agent don't work, it's typically never a technical problem. People blame the tool, people blame that how the AI voice agent sound, or say that they implement and say their clients are not ready for it, they're not gonna like it. But the truth is that what's actually broken, it's either the offer, their sales team or process, and the sales script. If these are not gonna work, all the rest won't matter. Trust me, because I've done it. So how can I make sure, you might wonder, the voice agents are for me, are for my business, that can help really make it scale? So the rule I use is this: if you can't train a human to do this consistently, you can't train the AI either. Because at the end of the day, once you want to implement your AI voice agent, you need to train it in the same way, even more specifically than when you do with your human sales rep. So you need to have this in place in order to make it work. So if you can respect this rule, then AI voice agent is for you. And of course, this will protect you from premature automation. It preserves the fundamentals, which, by the way, I will keep saying this, are like the word it says, fundamentals. So you can't skip those, and it will save you time and money. So just respond to this question and to this rule, and you're gonna be sure that if AI voice agent is for you or not. Because some people confuse that, I'm gonna use this agent as my new strategy. It's not a strategy, it's just the infrastructure, and infrastructure only work when the system above is solid. Okay, that's the paradox AI. It forces you to really make sure that your fundamentals are in place, but once those are done, then you can skyrocket your business. So final thought: fix your fundamental first, then decide if AI belongs in your business. And if this sounds like it might be a fit for what you do, you responded correctly to the preconditions that I explained earlier, then you already know where to go. There's going to be a link below this video. You can book a call with me, and you can see also on the same page the full breakdown of the case study. And if it's not, that's fine. That probably save you a mistake. In the meantime, Also in the description, you're going to find another link to join my free school community where you can find other helpful resources. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.